Yeah, we are back and we are live. And before we kick things off, you see that like button sitting right in front of your face that doesn't cost a thing. Smash that like button and let's get into it. What up, family? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know it's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. And let's get into it. Raptor fans, it's time y'all give me my flowers. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski was on ESPN's NBA Today show today, and he shared some thoughts and reports on the Pascal Siakam situation, in Toronto. And like I said this past weekend, the day the trade went down, it was like Adrian Wojnarowski was watching my video and spit out everything I said on that stream. Hit that like button for me as soon as y'all walk in. Let's get into it. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that the Raptors are looking into trading Pascal Siakam. Like I said, now you guys already know Pascal's at the end of that 4-year deal he signed back in 2020. That big deal that got him paid. Pascal Siakam's on an expiring contract. Now the Raptors cannot afford to let Pascal Siakam walk out that building for nothing. They played that game with Fred VanVleet. You see how that worked out. Now, Woj is saying that there is a window where the Raptors, Masai Ujiri, Bobby Webster, want to see Pascal Siakam with this group. But I call BS on that, flat out. Why in the hell would Masai Ujiri, Bobby Webster want to see how Pascal Siakam works out with this squad? Why? Pascal Siakam is in the prime of his years. He's about to be 30 years old. Contract expiring. He's done all he can do in Toronto. He's won a championship. He's been an all-star. He's trying to win games. The Raptors are not trying to win right now. They're trying to build around the 22-year-old Scotty Barnes. You've seen the move with Emmanuel Quickley, RJ Barrett. Now, I said last night, after his great performance in that win against the Cleveland Cavaliers, yes, I did watch that game. I watched the entire game. It's time for Golden State. It's time for Sacramento. It's time for Dallas to pick up the phone and call Bobby Webster and Masai Ujiri and see what the price tag is on Pascal Siakam. Now, it's going to be interesting because you're going to need to involve Pascal Siakam's agent on these trade talks. Because if you are the Golden State Warriors, if you are the Dallas Mavericks, if you are the Sacramento Kings, you want to secure Pascal Siakam for the long term. So if you make that trade for Pascal Siakam, you have to have word from his agent that that's the place where he's going to be signing long term. There's no sense in trading for Pascal Siakam if he ain't looking to sign with you guys in the summer. Sacramento, you're not in a position to do a 1-year rental. Golden State, you're not in a position to do a 1-year rental. The Dallas Mavericks, you're not in a position to give up assets to do a 1-year rental. So you're going to have to bring in Pascal Siakam's agent on this and find out through the agent, through Pascal Siakam, is this where he wants to spend the next 4 years of his career before you pull the trigger on a trade. Now, like I said, Adrian Wojnarowski is talking about there could be a window where the Raptors explore seeing how Pascal fits with RJ and Emmanuel Quickley and Scotty Barnes. But like I said Saturday, like I said Sunday, they're not on the same timeline. A 30-year-old Pascal Siakam is not on the same timeline as a 22-year-old Scotty Barnes, as a 23-year-old RJ Barrett, or a 24-year-old Emmanuel Quickly. Now, I'm not even going to address this fool in the comments talking about some clickbait. This ain't clickbait, bro. You can go to ESPN. I don't know if you're a Raptors fan. I don't know if you guys got ESPN up there. But you can go to ESPN. You can hit that on-demand button, and you can see what Adrian Wojnarowski said on NBA Today. You can go to his Instagram, and you'll see the clip there. This is 2024, brother. Everybody has a smartphone in their hand. You can fact check everything I'm saying. Once again, y'all hit that like button right in front of your face, man. It don't cost a dime in this economy to hit that like button that's staring at you right in your face. Now, once again, I said the day the trade went down with RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly sending OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, Precious Achiuwa over to the Knicks, the clock is ticking on Pascal Siakam. Don't wait until the trade deadline. Make something happen right now. You guys seen him ball out last night. And I said it after the game when I jumped on stream last night. If I'm Golden State, if I'm Dallas, if I'm Sacramento, I'm making that call. Even if I'm the Lakers, I'm making that call. You got to do your due diligence. What is the price tag right now in January of 2024 for Pascal Siakam, knowing he's on an expiring deal? Salute to you, G Money. I see you in the chat, man. Smash that like button for me, my guy. So there's a lot of questions still that need to be answered. But one question that I already answered for you guys, and Adrian Wojnarowski came out today and regurgitated everything I said over the weekend and last night. The Raptors will be moving Pascal Siakam. The question is what the price is, and can he sign an extension with the team that will be acquiring his services? Definitely will be going back to doing the panels, G Money. Definitely, man. Hit me up on the gram. Hey, G Money, man. Send me a message on Instagram, man. Add me on Instagram at Moose Talk Soups. Matter of fact, everybody in the chat, add all my socials. Moose Talk Soups on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. Shoot me a message over there, G Money, and we'll talk about the panel, man. Salute to G Money in the chat once again. But yeah, like I said, man, the Raptors' future is RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickly. Gary Trent Jr., don't get comfortable. Pascal Siakam is out the door. And I wouldn't be surprised. If they hit the reset button on Jakob Poeltl. Because you can best believe there's going to be playoff teams calling the Toronto Raptors and wanting to see the price on Jakob Poeltl. I know one team off the top of my head right now that can very well use the services of Jakob Poeltl, and that's the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns need somebody like Jakob Poeltl. The Miami Heat need somebody like Jakob Poeltl to put beside a Bam Adebayo. You've seen the need for Jakob Poeltl in the NBA Finals for the Miami Heat when it came down to guarding the big Serbian, in the words of Bam Adebayo, the hardest person to guard in the NBA, according to Bam Adebayo. Yeah, definitely, G Money. The Suns need somebody like Jakob Poeltl. That's the first team that comes to my mind when I think of a team that needs the services of a Jakob Poeltl. And I said it when they traded DeAndre Ayton in the summer. What does Nurkic solve for the Suns that DeAndre Ayton couldn't? But that's the story for another day. If you're just now tuning in, once again, ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting that the Raptors are fielding calls for Pascal Siakam. And there's a great chance, like I said over the weekend, that he gets shipped before the trade deadline. Now, Adrian Wojnarowski, I want to put this out there once again. He did say there is a window where Masai Ujiri, Bobby Webster could look at how Pascal fits in with this new future core, but that's not going to happen. Not on the expiring deal. If the Raptors were thinking about keeping Pascal, somebody who's been in that system, been on that team, was drafted from that team, there's no way they let him come into the season without a contract. Now, the 76ers would be a good landing spot for Pascal Siakam, the relationship with Nick Nurse, the relationship with Joel Embiid. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it from the Raptors' end. What do the Philadelphia 76ers have right now that would interest Bobby Webster and Masai Ujiri? If the 76ers want to get in on a Pascal Siakam, they're going to have to call a third team. And I really want to narrow this thing down to two teams, the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. Because I'm telling you right now, Bobby Webster, Masai Ujiri, they're not going to make a deal with the Sacramento Kings unless it involves Keegan Murray. Absolutely. Absolutely has to be the key piece of that trade. So it's going to be real interesting, especially within the next week and a half. And I told Raptor fans this over the weekend, and I told them this last night. Don't expect Pascal Siakam to be on this roster before the trade deadline. At the latest, he'll be gone by the trade deadline. I'm telling you right now, man, the way Masai Ujiri's cut, the way Bobby Webster is cut, they don't want no parts of Tobias Harris. I'm telling you that right now, G Money. The way Masai Ujiri is cut, the way Bobby Webster is cut, I see their vision now. And judging from past history, believe you me, they don't want no parts of Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris might, to me, and I said it this past summer, you guys could look on my channel. Tobias Harris, to me, has the worst contract in the NBA. Tobias Harris, at best, is a third option on a championship team, at best. That's when he's playing at his peak. He's the third player on a championship team. But he's making damn near $40 million a year. He's making damn near $40 million a year. Now, if he was making $20 million a year, if he was making 21, 17, 18, 19, maybe he's an attractable trade piece. But no way. No way. Given his age and his production and what his ceiling is as of right now, for him to be making $40 million, nobody's going to want that coming back in the trade. 76ers are stuck with Tobias Harris. Now that'll be interesting. I'm telling you, man. Right now, it's a two-team race for Pascal Siakam. The Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. I did have it as a three-team race with the Sacramento Kings, but to me, Sacramento's stupid if they give up Keegan Murray. And to me, the Raptors is not going to entertain no deal involving Pascal Siakam unless it nets them Keegan Murray. They should. I just don't know if they will. My man G Money in the chat says, do you think the Nuggets should go after Spicy Pete? You could trade Michael Porter Jr. or Aaron Gordon. I don't know if Calvin Booth gives up on Michael Porter Jr. We all know Michael Porter Jr. got He's a one-trick pony. He's just gonna go out there and shoot. He is a one-trick pony. He's just gonna go out there and shoot. And I doubt Masai Ujiri goes after that. Aaron Gordon, I doubt Masai Ujiri goes after that. Now, those young pieces on that bench could attract Masai Ujiri. But at the end of the day, you guys got to make the contracts match up. So it's going to be real interesting. I don't know if Calvin Booth gives up on those young guys on that bench. They got a lot of faith in their new bench. We'll see how that new bench holds up at the trade deadline, if they make a move or in the playoffs. But honestly, man, if I'm the Dallas Mavericks, if I'm the Golden State Warriors, I'm exploring that. Yeah, Jonathan, I know for a fact, I know for a fact that Raptors organization is not going to want Tobias Harris. I don't know if any team in the league is going to want that Tobias Harris contract. And I spoke about this yesterday on my stream after the Raptors game against the Cavaliers last night. The Hawks were rumored to be landing Pascal Siakam all throughout the summer. That's all we heard. Pascal Siakam. There's a deal in place. There's a deal about to be done with the Hawks. My thing is, the Hawks are stuck between a rock and a hard place. What do you do with DeJounte Murray? What do you do with DeAndre Hunter? What do you do with Trae Young? What is the direction of the Atlanta Hawks? Are they trying to be contenders? They're like one of those middle of the road teams. They're going to be in the 5th seed. They're going to be in the 6th seed, just right, escaping the playing game. But what does their future really hold? You know what I mean? What does their future really hold? And I understand that, Jonathan, but at the end of the day, you got to look at the situation the Philadelphia 76ers are in. If they give you 2 unprotected first-round picks, what do those first-round picks turn into? Pick 29, pick 28 for Pascal Siakam? No, I need a good young piece to go along with that. I need a good young piece to go along with that. And that's a good trade proposal, G Money. I just don't know if Calvin Booth goes with that. He spoke highly of the young guys on that Nuggets roster. He spoke highly of a Najee, of a Strother, of a Watson. So I believe those guys have a future in Denver. And like I said, you got to look at the money situation. You're going to have to sign Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam is going to go on anywhere between $29, $30 million a year. So it's going to be real interesting. And I want to see what Golden State does. Because Golden State is a cough away from a rebuild. Golden State is a cough away from a rebuild. Golden State is in a dire situation with Steph Curry right now. Klay Thompson's legs are cooked. Andrew Wiggins is still dealing with personal problems. That's the only way to explain his play on the court. Does Kuminga interest Masai Ujiri? What are you going to have to give up to get a Pascal Siakam? Is it going to be Kuminga and Wiggins? You know what I mean? So it's real interesting. It's real interesting. All eyes will be in Toronto and the situation with Pascal Siakam, man. And honestly, watching from afar, like I said, the past few days, I didn't know what the Raptors' direction was. But now after the trade, I see their vision. And the Raptors are in a great position because Dennis Schroeder has been playing good ball for the Raptors. Now, is he still going to be playing good enough ball by the trade deadline to net the Raptors a first round pick? Because you know there's going to be playoff teams calling the Raptors trying to vie for the services of Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder's on a short term deal. Raptors are going in a different direction. Dennis Schroeder locked up his money by signing with the Raptors. I'm telling you, keep an eye on Toronto. They're going to be real players in this trade season. Real players. What do you do with Gary Trent Jr.? I watched the game last night, and it looked like Gary Trent Jr., when it comes to minutes at that guard position and at that wing position, it looks like Gary Trent Jr. is the odd man out. You know what I mean? So does a contender come calling the Raptors and saying, hey, what's the price tag on Gary Trent Jr.? Do the Lakers look into Gary Trent Jr. for shooting? The Lakers are cooked right now. Darvin Ham might lose his job. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games. They haven't been ish since the in-season tournament. There's words coming out of Lakerland that Darvin Ham and Austin Reeves are not seeing eye to eye. It's a lot going on in Lakerland as well. But if I'm Rob Pelinka, I want to see what the price tag is on Gary Trent Jr. He can play defense and he could shoot the rock. So the Raptors, man, they're gonna be in the headlines a lot. They're gonna be in the headlines a lot, man. And I like the fact that the Raptors have professional vets on their team. They may not get to play. Garrett Temple, Otto Porter Jr., Thaddeus Young. Those are great locker room vets to have for your young guys. It definitely would. It definitely would. But I don't see D'Lo fitting on the Raptors. Where does he play? He won't play point guard. Whose minutes is he going to take? They just traded for Emmanuel Quickly and R.J. Barrett. So it'll be real interesting, man. Masai Ujiri, that sly son of a gun, he's back at it. He's trying to fleece teams. It looks like he might have fleeced the Knicks. And he's wheeling and dealing, man, working behind the scenes. And something is cooking. And like I told you guys this past weekend when the trade went down, the Raptors are not done making moves. And Masai Ujiri moves like a thief in the night. And he'll find his way to fleece somebody. I believe he fleeced the Knicks while being sued by the Knicks. That's crazy. That's crazy. And there's something real developing with that Leon Rose, OG Anunoby, CAA. There's some real collusion that the league might start looking into. All these CAA players going to the Knicks, it's gonna raise some red flags soon. Hell yeah, definitely would, man. Harrison Barnes, man, he's a sad case in my book, man. Harrison Barnes is a real sad case in my book, G Money. Because Harrison Barnes, right? I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old a lot of you guys are in here, but Harrison Barnes, man. Harrison Barnes coming out of Iowa, coming out of high school, the number one high school player, goes to the prestigious UNC. I mean, the look, the feel, his game. He looked like he was a bona fide star. And it seems like Harrison Barnes hasn't gotten better since high school. That's crazy. When I watch Harrison Barnes play, to me, it looks like he has the same game he had in high school. He looks like he has the same game that he had that 1 year he played at UNC. And it's like, damn, bro, did you peak in high school? What's going on? And I don't really see the Raptors wanting anything to do with a Harrison Barnes. Unless they're just looking to get a first round pick back from the Kings and Harrison Barnes and they trade Gary Trent, or you know what I mean, or if he's involved in a Pascal Siakam trade, I think he's just a filler at this point. Man, Harrison Barnes he looked real special coming out of high school in Iowa, man. He looked real special when he landed in UNC. But I feel like his game hasn't grown. I feel like he does the same things he was doing then. And I feel like he hasn't added to his game, which is real crazy. It's real crazy. But it's going to be real interesting. Dallas, Golden State, Sacramento's a dark horse. And the because once those Sacramento rumors started, it looked like Keegan Murray started balling out even more. And if I'm the Raptors, I'm not picking up the phone from Sacramento unless it's for Keegan Murray. I don't even care if I get picks back. Give me a trade filler that helps with the salaries matching, and give me Keegan Murray, and we're good to go. You can have Pascal Siakam. But the thing is, does Pascal want to sign there long term? Sacramento is looking at the lay of the land in the West, and they feel like they could be the cream of the crop with the right move. Is Pascal Siakam the right move for the Sacramento Kings? That's something that they'll have to answer. But it's going to be real interesting, man. The Raptors kick off trade season, and it's going to be real interesting. They got a lot of tradable pieces. Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr. And it's crazy, man. You guys can fact check this. All this stuff Adrian Wojnarowski said on ESPN today, all this stuff that Shams Charania said on his podcast that he has, the name of it is missing on the top of my head. All this stuff they said today is stuff I said over the weekend. You know what I mean? If I'm Denver, do I consider trading Aaron Gordon for Gary Trent Jr.? Not really. Not really. If I'm Denver, no. I need Aaron Gordon for defense. Watching Aaron Gordon play in the playoffs, I've seen Aaron Gordon play in the playoffs twice with the Nuggets, well, with two teams, with the Nuggets and with Orlando. I watched him play that first round series against the Raptors, and then I watched him closely last year's playoff run. Aaron Gordon is a different player than he was in Orlando. He has a different role with this Nuggets team. And his role on this Nuggets team is to be in the dunker spot when needed, to hit open shots when he's left alone, and honestly, it's to guard the other team's best wing. Michael Porter Jr. is not guarding a parked car. You don't have KCP anymore. I mean, you do have KCP. You don't have Bruce Brown anymore. Excuse me. So it's real interesting. Can KCP and Gary Trent share minutes? It gets real tricky right there. You know what I mean? So it'll be real interesting. But I'll tell you, man, it's going to be about at least 7 to 8 teams that'll be calling the Raptors, whether that's for Pascal Siakam, whether that's for Gary Trent Jr., whether that's for Dennis Schroeder. It's going to be about 7 to 8 teams, 9 teams possibly, calling the Toronto Raptors for the services of those 3 players, man. And while we here, man, everybody that's in the chat room right now, we got 18 people that's in the chat room right now. You got a like button that's staring you right in your face right now. Press that like button. It ain't gonna cost you $1. It ain't gonna cost you a cent. It ain't gonna cost you a dime. That like button staring you right in your face, go ahead and smash that for me. It would be. It would be. It would be. Now, Pascal Siakam, Miami is, me personally, if you ask me, Miami is a place that I would like to see Pascal Siakam. But Miami's going to have to ask themselves, do they want to part ways with Caleb Martin? They kept Gary Strus last year past the deadline. Gary Strus gets paid. Max Strus gets paid this summer. It'd be real interesting. What do they do with Duncan Robinson? Tyler Hero's been in trade rumors his entire career. It'll be real interesting. Miami, I like what they've done, but they need more star power. They need more star power. They need another bona fide wing that can play at an all-star level to get past the hump. I love Bam Adebayo. I love where his game is at. But I believe you need more scoring punch. You need somebody else on that wing along with Jimmy Butler where teams are going to have to game plan for, teams are going to fear. I don't know, man. Dallas, I don't know. Do you think that Kyrie Irving in Dallas works long term? I honestly don't think it works long term. And it's not to the fault of Kyrie, but I just think Luka's game doesn't work well with Kyrie. You seen Luka look him off last night, wide open, clutch time. That's who Luka is. And nobody's going to check Luka on that because it's his team. So I don't know, I don't know how Kyrie fits on the Dallas Mavericks for the next few years. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Lakers, I don't know who's going to want D'Lo outside of Atlanta for the Lakers. I don't know who's going to want D'Lo because D'Lo got exposed in the playoffs, which hurt his money this summer. He gets a team-friendly deal, and now he's been demoted to the bench. His defense is glaringly bad. So it's like, if I'm the Lakers, I see what it costs to get DeJounte Murray. But Kyrie Irving's situation is something to look forward to in Dallas. What happens there? Now, a guy like Pascal Siakam on the Dallas Mavericks, that works. That works. The thing is coughing up the assets that the Raptors are going to want. And the other nuance to that is, does Pascal Siakam want to sign a long-term deal with the Dallas Mavericks? So those things are in play. You know what I mean? That is the most difficult part of a Pascal Siakam trade. Does he want to be there? You're going to have to get him and his agent involved in trade talks. That's the only way it works. You're going to have to get him and his agent in the room with Bobby Webster, Masai Ujiri, and whatever other team is out there making a serious push for Pascal Siakam. And they're going to have to negotiate something that shows that team Pascal Siakam's going to sign with them in free agency. Definitely. Definitely. But I'll tell you, Dallas, Golden State, they should have been on the phone with the Raptors last week before this OG Anunoby trade. They should have been on the phone with the Raptors last week. The Dallas Mavericks, the Golden State Warriors, especially. I named those two teams because they desperately need what Pascal Siakam brings. They desperately need that. The Warriors and the Mavericks definitely need what Pascal Siakam brings, and the Sacramento Kings. But the reason why I'm leaving out Sacramento now at this point is I don't know if they're willing to part with Keegan Murray. How thirsty are the Sacramento Kings? We know they're thirsty. They put it out to the public. They're looking for a third star. They're ready to go all in. They think if they get a third star, they can win a championship this season. Now, I'm going to put you guys on to something. There's a third team that's going to come and play for a team like the Raptors or a contender looking for the services of Pascal Siakam. Because the Washington Wizards already hitting the reset button. They're looking to trade Kyle Kuzma. And I'm telling you guys now, you guys heard it here. The Washington Wizards are looking to get off Kyle Kuzma. So does Washington play a role as a third team for another team, a contender, a Dallas, a Golden State, a Sacramento, to land the services of Pascal Siakam? Do the Raptors get a piece like Kyle Kuzma? I don't know. That contract is kind of ugly to me, and he just signed it. But the Washington Wizards is a team to look out for as a third team to facilitate a trade for a contender or for a team building for the future like the Toronto Raptors. But I'm telling you right now, this Pascal Siakam situation is going to cook up. And I said it Saturday or Sunday, whenever it was that trade went down, I said, Pascal Siakam, don't get comfortable. Gary Trent Jr., do not get comfortable. And when I watched that game last night, it only reinforced my thoughts. I seen Pascal Siakam put up that 30 piece. And I seen Gary Trent's role diminish within the game. I seen the coach for the Raptors put out a backcourt of Emmanuel Quickley and Dennis Schroeder with Scotty Barnes, Pascal, and Jakob Poeltl. I seen him put out a lineup like that in the fourth quarter. I doubt that. I doubt Pascal goes to the Pacers, and I don't see Pascal signing a 4-year deal with the Pacers. You know what I mean? I don't see it. I could be wrong. There's always a chance I could be wrong. I just don't personally see it, man. 65 people up in here, man. There's a like button staring you right in your face that you haven't smashed on. Smash that like button for me, man. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. We up in here. We talking about what Adrian Wojnarowski came on TV and said earlier. We're talking about what Shams Charania came out on TV and said earlier today. And there were basically, if you guys were on my stream over the weekend or on my stream last night, they basically told you everything I said for the last 3 days or so. The Raptors are actively shopping Pascal Siakam, even though they're going to try to throw people off and try to make people thirsty enough to pick up the phone and call them. And they're out there putting out reports now that they want to see how Pascal fits in with this group. They're not on the same timeline. Pascal Siakam's a 30-year-old pending free agent. He's not on the same timeline as a 22-year-old Scotty Barnes, a 23-year-old RJ Barrett, a 24-year-old Emmanuel Quickley. The Raptors want a whole brand new future core group that's going to lead the next generation of Raptor playoff runs. That's the vision right now for Bobby Webster and Masai Ujiri. And like I said, once the OG Anunoby trade went down, before that, I didn't see the Raptors' vision. I didn't see them building around Scotty Barnes. I didn't see them hitting the reset button, the retool button. I didn't see him doing anything. Y'all let Fred VanVleet walk out the building for the freedom. In this type of economy, you shouldn't be doing anything for free. And letting Fred VanVleet walk for free was a huge mistake. No way. No way, man. No way. No way. No way, man. No way. No way. No way. You got to understand, Pascal Siakam has the leverage right now. Pascal Siakam has the leverage. You heard Pascal Siakam at his training camp press conference, media day press conference. Did he look happy on not receiving a contract extension? Did he look happy with the Toronto Raptors roster at that moment? Did he give you a guy that wants to sign a 4-year, 5-year max on his incumbent team? No. Pascal wants to be on a stage where he wants to be on a contender right now and get paid and be a main contributor for a playoff team or a team that feels like they're one player away. There's no way, I'm telling you right now, you can forget about that dream where Pascal Siakam remains in a Raptor jersey. It's not going to happen. If they were going to keep anybody, they would have kept OG Anunoby. If they were going to keep anybody, they were going to keep OG Anunoby. And that didn't happen. Masai Ujiri is a slick businessman. Anybody can go as long as the price is right. If he feels he's getting the better part of the deal, anybody could go. You Raptor fans didn't learn that with DeMar DeRozan. This is business. This is the NBA business. OG Anunoby was going to New York anyways. He was promised things under the table by his agent, and that's why he signed with CAA. He went from Clutch to CAA. How did OG Anunoby go from a Clutch client to their sworn enemies, CAA, if he wasn't promised a deal under the table? OG Anunoby comes out and lets it be known that he'll take less to go to New York in free agency. How does that work? Of course, OG wanted out. We've known for the past 2 years OG wanted out. We've known for the past 2 years OG wanted to end up in New York. And he made sure he put himself in a position to where the team would be forced to trade him. He's an upcoming free agent. He signed with CAA after leaving Clutch. And what does the father of his current agent do? Oh, I forgot. The father of his current agent is Leon Rose, who runs the Knicks front office. So Masai Ujiri's done letting guys walk out the door for free. He didn't even wait till the trade deadline to trade OG Anunoby. And he's not waiting till the trade deadline to trade Pascal Siakam. I feel like Sacramento could get Pascal Siakam. I feel like Pascal Siakam fits Mike Brown's system. He fits the way De'Aaron Fox plays. He fits a Sabonis being at the high post and facilitating from the high post and the top of the key. He fits into all of that. The question is Sacramento willing to give up Keegan Murray? Because I can swear to you. I can swear to you like I know this man, and I don't know this man in real life. Masai Ujiri, Bobby Webster, they're not picking up the phone from Sacramento unless it starts with these 2 words, Keegan Murray. If your conversation does not start with Keegan Murray, then don't even call a 416 number. Don't even call a 647 area code number. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. I'm telling you that right now, man. Once again, y'all smash that like button that's right in front of your face and don't cost you a damn thing. In this economy, man, you guys know my slogan, man. G Money, you know my slogan. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, man. Hitting the like button is not one of those things that cost. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bells. Once again, we in here, we chopping it up. You on live with Moose Talk Soups. Adrian Wojnarowski with the latest on a Pascal Siakam trade. The Raptors are putting out smoke screens like they want to keep Pascal Siakam in this little small window before the trade deadline to see how he fits in with this young core. But that's just smoke screen. So to make teams that want the services of Pascal Siakam to keep up in their offer. That's all that is. That's all that is. And I'm telling you guys, like I told you a few days ago, give it a week and a half at the most. Pascal Siakam is out of there. Yeah, I'm telling you guys right now, man. Raptors are not entertaining no calls from the Sacramento Kings unless it starts with Keegan Murray. Unless it starts with Keegan Murray. And honestly, man, I think the Raptors know. The Raptors know Keegan Murray has a higher ceiling than Pascal Siakam. Keegan Murray has a higher ceiling than Pascal Siakam. A lot of people think Pascal Siakam's 26, 27, 28. No, Pascal Siakam is a cough away from 30. And he's trying to secure the last major deal of his career. After this 4-year deal, 5-year deal 4-year deal that he gets, because it won't be 5 years, because he won't be a Raptor. It's going to be a 4-year deal. After that 4-year deal, by the time his new contract is up, he's going to be 34, turning 35. So Pascal Siakam and his agent, they want to go to the perfect situation where they can get their money, and not only get their money, they can be on a playoff contender. That's all it's about for Pascal Siakam at this point in his career. Making a couple of more All-Star games. Getting to the finals. Getting to the conference finals. That's what it's about for Pascal Siakam right now. And getting paid. And getting paid. Best believe. What y'all saying in the chat? Let me look down here. Capella and Hunter to the Raps for Spicy P. That could work if Hunter is your main piece and there's some picks involved. If you're the Raptors, why would you want Clint Capella? I think if Clint Capella gets moved, it'll be in a separate move where there's a team like how I stated how the Phoenix Suns should go after Jakob Poeltl. The Phoenix Suns should be calling the Atlanta Hawks and seeing what's up with Clint Capella as well. They should be doing both. Phoenix should be calling Toronto about Jakob Poeltl, and Phoenix should be calling Atlanta about Clint Capella. Frank Vogel wants a big that can defend, grab rebounds, and will be out of the way in offense. Meaning they don't want a center that needs touches on the offensive end. Clint Capella, Jakob Poeltl, they're not going to be on the offensive end demanding the ball. So that's what Frank Vogel needs, man. You know Frank Vogel loves those big defensive bigs. He loved them in Indiana. He had Roy Hibbert. He had David West. When he won a championship with the Lakers, he had Dwight Howard coming off that bench. He had a JaVale McGee. playing alongside Anthony Davis. I think I think I think the Knicks should have made a play for both OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam. And I spoke about this on my Knicks stream earlier with the news coming out that the Knicks are still looking at Karl Anthony Towns. The Knicks got 8 future first round picks. The Knicks got a Quentin Grimes that fell out of the rotation of Tom Thibodeau. What do you do with Quentin Grimes? What do you do with those 8 future first round picks? What are you saving them for? What are you saving them for? The Knicks got 8 future first round picks. Nobody thought they would do a deal with the Raptors to begin with because of the lawsuit and the Raptors and the Knicks being enemies, but they got a deal done, and Masai Ujiri somehow found a way to get R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly for OG Anunoby, who was walking out the door and going to New York anyways. You know what I mean? The Kings are in a tough spot, man. The Kings are in a tough spot because they're putting out the image as if they could win right now with the right piece. The Kings are putting out that they think they could win right now with the right piece. And my thing is, don't be so thirsty. In this new NBA, everybody's so thirsty. Everybody thinks you can catch lightning in a bottle. Don't be so thirsty. What if, I don't know how old you guys are, and I don't know if you guys remember this, right? Because this is a perfect example of that, right? Golden State was patient. In 2012, 2013, 2014, Golden State was still a young team. They had all the pieces. They were on the cusp of breaking through in the playoffs and being a contender, even with Steph Curry's ankles injuries. You remember, before the Golden State Warriors won a championship, Steph Curry was going through ankle issues every year. There was rumors of Klay Thompson and Draymond Green being traded. Klay Thompson and David Lee, at the time, being traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Kevin Love before he was traded to the Cavs. And Golden State held off on that. They held off on that. They're like, no, we're going to keep everybody we got. We think we got enough. As long as our guys stay together, learn how to play together more, grow together, go through those playoff growing pains together, we'll be all right. And they didn't pull that trigger on that trade. They ended up firing Mark Jackson. They brought in Steve Kerr, who inserted Draymond Green in the starting lineup, brought David Lee and Andre Iguodala off of the bench, and it resulted into the first of many titles for them for that era of Golden State Warriors. And I feel like Sacramento should do the same thing. If I'm the Sacramento Kings, I keep what I have right now. And if there's a player I can add without losing somebody like Keegan Murray, then I do that. But a lot of teams, man, a lot of teams in this new NBA, they give up on young guys. They break guys up too soon. Every year they try to break up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Look at the Denver Nuggets. They didn't break those guys up. They went through their playoff growing pains. They lost in the 2020 Western Conference Finals. Jamal Murray got hurt. Everybody came back. They kept it together. They added a little piece here, a little piece there, and boom, it ended up in a championship. Knicks fans, you guys are not getting Donovan Mitchell in the trade, man. Unless you give up all 8 of those first round picks, you guys had your chance, and you didn't want to include Quentin Grimes into that deal. You didn't want to include R.J. Barrett into that deal. And now look. R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel quickly gone to the Raptors. Quentin Grimes fell out of Tom Thibodeau's rotation. You guys might as well hold off for Karl Anthony Towns, like I explained in my last video. If you guys didn't watch that after this stream, go check out that stream I dropped with the report that Shams Charania dropped with the Knicks' interest and the mutual interest of Karl Anthony Towns with the Knicks. Because if you guys were giving up those picks, why didn't you guys give up those picks originally when Donovan Mitchell was on the trade market? Cat is not worse than Julius Randle. Are you serious? If Karl Anthony Towns was traded to the New York Knicks right now for Julius Randle and Quentin Grimes and whatever else pick right now, you guys would be in the middle of Times Square and outside Madison Square Garden having a championship parade in January. Cut it out. Like, let's be for real, man. These Knicks fans, sometimes y'all could be so delusional. If Julius Randle, bro, you've seen what Julius Randle is. I just got done talking about Julius Randle on my last video when I was talking about Karl Anthony Towns going to the Knicks. Honestly, bro, like real talk. Julius Randle is a one-trick pony, man. And I said this a week ago before R.J. Barrett got traded. You got 3 left-handers on the team that all do the same thing. They can't play together. And lo and behold, R.J. Barrett is gone. Don't be surprised if Julius Randle is gone next. The only person out of those 3 they're going to keep is Jalen Brunson. I didn't say Cat would win you guys a title. I said if you guys were to trade for Karl Anthony Towns today and have Julius Randle swapped out for Karl Anthony Towns today, you, the same guy saying that Julius Randle is better than Cat, would be downtown Manhattan right now throwing yourself a championship parade on the 2nd day of January like you guys won the championship. So don't tell me Julius Randle is a better player than Karl Anthony Towns. Julius Randle is how many years in the NBA now? 8 years? He still hasn't learned how to go right. He still hasn't learned how to dribble with his head up. You seen what Julius Randle done to you guys in the playoffs? Like, Julius Randle doesn't move me. What has he gotten better at since he's been in the NBA? What has Julius Randle gotten better at since he's been in the NBA? What up, So Crazy TV? Shout out to my guy, So Crazy TV, man. Y'all send So Crazy TV a subscribe, man. Subscribe to his channel. Honestly, bro, yo, So Crazy. Do you hear what these guys are saying in the chat, bro? This New York Knicks fan got the nerve to tell me Julius Randle is better than Karl Anthony Towns. Bro, if the Minnesota Timberwolves were to trade Karl Anthony Towns to the New York Knicks in a deal involving Julius Randle right now, you would be celebrating. Let's cut it out here, bro. Okay, Knicks fan don't want Karl. Bro, who have you guys ever gotten? Outside of Carmelo Anthony, who have the Knicks ever gotten? You've gotten Amari Stoudemire, and as soon as you got Amari Stoudemire, he hurt his back and was never the same. As soon as you got Amari Stoudemire, that's why the Carmelo Anthony thing didn't work out. As soon as you got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire's back went out. Other than that, who was the last free agent you got? Latrell Sprewell? Who was the last free agent you got? Allen Houston? Who was the last free agent the Knicks got? Come on, man. Let's be real here, man. If we're going to talk, let's talk facts, man. Once again, man, we got hella people up in here. You got a like button looking you right in the face that needs to be smashed. You got a like button looking at you right in the face that needs to be smashed. Go ahead and smash that like button, man. And you love the way I'm kicking it right here on this live stream. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you at it and turn on that notification bell, man. We in here talking about the Raptors. Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN came out today on NBA Today and spit the same thing I've been spitting for the last 3 days on my channel. The Raptors are looking to trade Pascal Siakam. And I told you guys then, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm telling you, this thing can happen within a week, week and a half. It's not going to the trade deadline. OG and Anunoby didn't make it to the trade deadline. Pascal Siakam's definitely not making it to the trade deadline. Man, Pascal Siakam, bro, you've seen how he could play when you surround him with enough talent. On that, he was the second best player for the Raptors in their championship run. Pascal Siakam was the Raptors' second best player in their championship run. And on a big stage in the NBA Finals, on a big stage, game one, he came out and set the tone and cooked Draymond Green. You guys watched it. We all watched it. Pascal Siakam got dog in him. He got fire under his tail paws. He don't be scared of the moment. We've seen him on the biggest stage. We've seen him be a Robin. Come on. Bro, Julius Randle is not that guy, man. Julius Randle is not that guy, man. I'm not even going to be paying attention to these Knicks fans talking about Julius Randle is better than Karl Anthony Towns and they don't need Cat. Who the hell goes to New York other than OG Anunoby? Who has publicly came out and said they wanted to be in New York other than OG Anunoby? He's due for a playoff performance. He was due for a playoff performance last year. And what happened? He let you down. The New York Knicks are the Cleveland Browns of the NBA. They always think they're better than what they are, but really they're the laughing stock. They get a few playoff years mixed in with a bunch of losing, and they think they're on the same level as franchises like the Boston Celtics, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heats of the world. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. These boys crazy, man. These boys crazy. These boys crazy, bro. You got to love that New York confidence, though, man. You got to love that New York confidence. You got to love that New York arrogancy, man. They arrogant as hell. They arrogant as hell. They think they God's gift to basketball. New York fans really think the Knicks are God's gift to the NBA. They really believe that. They really believe that. Jersey heavy. Yeah, because all that trash on that jersey. All them years of trash. But where the Raptor fans at? Any Raptor fans on the stream, man? Let me know where y'all see Pascal Siakam going, man. Where do y'all think Pascal Siakam's gonna wind up, man? Bro, New York is not what you think it is, bro. The only people that think highly of New York are New Yorkers. Nobody outside of New York cares about New York. This ain't the 90s. This ain't the 80s. This ain't where New York is like the quote unquote capital of the country when it comes to everything business or everything music or everything entertainment or sports wise. New York ain't what you think it is, player. Okay, we got people saying Sacramento, 76ers. Yes, I mean, they all need Pascal Siakam. The question is, who does Pascal Siakam want to sign to long term? And what can the Raptors get back? There's a lot of things in play that makes trading Pascal Siakam more difficult than OG Anunoby. Because we've known for the past 2 years, OG Anunoby was trying to find his way to New York. You know what I mean? And there's rumors, allegedly, there's some dirty tactics went into OG Anunoby landing with the Knicks. Yeah, I think Miami is the team that should explore that the most, especially with them missing out on Donovan Mitchell, with them missing out on Bradley Beal, with them missing out on Damian Lillard. I feel like you should explore a way to get Pascal Siakam. But knowing Pat Riley, he's real stubborn. He's real stuck in his ways. I don't know if he goes down that road. Yeah, Pascal could say that. But if the right team tries to make the deal with Toronto and Pascal looks at that situation and wants to sign there, that's where he's going to get traded. That's where he's going to get traded. And like I said, man, Dallas, Golden State, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Golden State, Kevin Durant's not walking through that door. What are you waiting on? If I'm Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki's not walking through that door. You got Luka Doncic right now playing like a MVP player. You got Kyrie Irving under contract, 4 years. You know what I mean? What are we doing? Do y'all want to win or not? That's the question. Sacramento, you guys say you want to be a contender. You guys say you want to win now. Show me you want to win now. Pick up that phone, include Keegan Murray in that deal if you want to. But my advice to Sacramento is stay put. My advice to Sacramento is stay put. But if you want to be dumb, and if you want to get fleeced by Masai Ujiri, go ahead and pick up that call and say, hey, we got Keegan Murray. What's it going to take to get Pascal Siakam to Sacramento? If I'm Dallas, I'm picking up the phone. What's it going to take to get Pascal Siakam to Dallas? Do we got to get a third team involved? If I'm Golden State, Lord have mercy, Golden State, what are you doing? Hey, the Golden State Warriors are in big trouble, man. They're one wrong move away from having to go to a rebuild, and we start looking and wondering where the hell Steph Curry's going to finish his career. The Golden State Warriors are in a very dangerous position. They're not bringing back Klay Thompson. I'll tell you that right now. Klay Thompson could kiss a long-term deal goodbye. He can kiss that money goodbye. That money that Draymond got that he thought he was going to get, you can kiss that goodbye, player. Klay's legs are cooked. Kuminga still hasn't developed into what they wanted him to do. The Golden State Warriors, they really did a bad job with drafting and them going through that bad year where Klay got hurt, Steph got hurt, Dre was hurt. The post Kevin Durant years, those couple of years where they were trying to develop young guys and they came across Jordan Poole, and the Warriors played themselves. You guys missed with the number 2 overall draft pick. Could have got LaMelo Ball. You guys went and got James Wiseman. And James Wiseman has been Terrible. So Crazy TV Ben told me that. He been told me Golden State messed up when they drafted James Wiseman. You could have had LaMelo Ball in the building right now. I seen James Wiseman last night getting cooked by a 40-year-old Jeff Green. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro. I was watching James Wiseman get cooked by a 40-year-old Jeff Green last night. Lord have mercy. Getting blown by, dunked on, everything, dog. Crazy. Crazy. Shit's crazy. Golden State, man, they're one cough away, one wrong step, one little twisted ankle away from having to go into a rebuild, man. It's real nasty in the Bay Area, bro. It's real nasty in the Bay Area. James Wiseman was good was good in high school. He was great. I just don't know where it went wrong for that kid. The NBA changes people, man. Not a lot of people can handle the NBA life, bro. Not a lot of people are willing to put in that work. Not enough people in the NBA love basketball, believe it or not, bro. Believe it or not, So Crazy TV, not a lot of people in the NBA love the game of basketball, bro. They're there for a check. And anytime money is your motivation, you're not going to get what you want out of you're not going to get what you want out of the game. That's not just in basketball, bro. That's in life. If your main purpose in your career is money, you're not going to get the most out of it. Like if I was in this for the money, I would have quit a long time ago if I was in it for the money. And a lot of these guys in the NBA are in it for the money. That's why you see a guy be real good before he gets his first real contract, and then he gets his first big contract and his game falls off and he's never the same. You know what I mean? They be in it for the wrong reasons. For real, man. If you don't love this thing, if you don't love whatever you do, you're not going to get what you're looking at of it. If you don't love basketball, you're not going to get what you're looking at of it. If you don't love being the postman, you're not going to get what you want looking at it. But when you love basketball, or you love the field that you in, or you love the field that you're studying in, you're going to get all the money you're looking for. Because you put all that love, you put all that dedication into your craft, you're going to get what you put into it out. Just a little bit of life advice for y'all. Don't chase the money, man. Don't chase the money. The money's going to come in whatever you do. And for a guy like James Wiseman, man, I'm sorry to say, he might be cooked. You're right about that G Money. You can't be scared to fail, man. You can't be scared to fail, man. I've learned more in my failures than I did when I succeeded at stuff. Success brings arrogance. You know what I mean? Success brings arrogance. That's why a team like the Golden State Warriors can go 73-9 and not close the deal and win a ring. That's why a team like the 07 Patriots can go 18-0 and then lose in the Super Bowl. You feel me? Success brings arrogance. Failure is where champions are built. Failure is where championships are built, man. There's a lot of things you learn in failure that you won't learn in success. And that's why I advocate for teams like Sacramento to keep that core together. Keep that core together in Sacramento. Learn through your failures. Hold your players accountable. Force them to get better. Of course. Of course. Y'all smash that like button while y'all here, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in, rocking with me. We starting the new year off with a bang. We're going to be doing a lot of things with this channel. And like I've been saying for the last 11 months, 10, 11 months, I've been doing this YouTube thing. This ain't just my channel. This is y'all's channel. So whatever you guys want on this channel is what's going to happen on this channel. You know what I mean? And we a family here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be here a lot more videos, a lot more stuff going on. Right now, we're discussing the Pascal Siakam trade situation in Toronto. Does he make it to the trade deadline? You guys know what I think. I don't think he makes it to the trade deadline. If I'm OKC, I don't touch a thing. If I'm OKC, I don't touch a thing. OKC has to be one of the smartest organizations right now. If I'm OKC, don't touch a thing other than those draft picks. Memphis, if I'm Memphis, this year is a wash. If you make it to the playoffs with Ja Morant back, good. But your focus, if I'm the Memphis Grizzlies, your focus should be getting deep into the playoffs, conference finals, NBA finals next season. OKC, don't even pick up the phone. I like what OKC is doing. I don't think they need to make a trade at all. OKC doesn't need to make a move at all. Sam Presti, you learned from your James Harden mistake, I would hope. Don't you dare think about trading nobody on that squad. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? SGA, bro, SGA ain't going nowhere. SGA is going to be a Thunder for life. He is not going nowhere. SGA is going to be a Thunder for life. He is not going nowhere. If I'm OKC right now, I find a way to break the NBA CBA and give SGA an 11-year contract. Are you crazy? The core they got right now, will be better than the core they had in the early years. The Serge Ibaka, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden era. This core will be better. This core will be better. And this goes back to what we was talking about earlier in the stream. NBA teams giving up on their guys early. Sam Presti gave up on James Harden early. He didn't want to give him an extra $3 million. So he decided to keep Serge Ibaka instead and trade James Harden. And look what James Harden turned into. Sam Presti, don't you dare make that same mistake again. Nah, facts, G-Money. You right, So Crazy TV. You right. And you know what's so crazy? Doc Rivers said that. Doc Rivers was just on Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce's show on Showtime Sports. Shout out to them. And Doc Rivers said that. Doc Rivers said, even though they got Paul George, he didn't want to get rid of SGA. Can they get him? Can the Raptors get Keegan Murray? Yeah, if the Sacramento Kings do what I'm telling them not to do. Don't be thirsty. If the Sacramento Kings get thirsty, and the way they're talking like they real thirsty right now. to be a contender. If the Kings are as thirsty as they're making it seem, then the Raptors can definitely get Keegan Murray, because you don't pick up the call from the Sacramento Kings unless the conversation starts with Keegan Murray. Not even hello. If the first words is hello, hang up the phone. If the Sacramento Kings call and their first word is Keegan, answer it. For real, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this for now. Once again, you guys already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. We've been on here for about an hour and 20 minutes. Make sure y'all smashing that like button, man. Make sure y'all smashing that like button. It's about to be 7 p.m. Eastern time. I got games to watch. You guys know I'm a hoop junkie. I don't just be talking out my ass. I study the game. I watch all the games. I'm going to have League Pass on my screen right now with 4 screens up, watching 4 games at a time. I appreciate you guys tuning in. That's all I got on this for now. Make sure if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost. And I'm going to keep saying this. Those of you that are subscribed to my channel, you know the motto. You know the slogan. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. I'm up out of here for now, man. About to watch a good night of basketball. Oh, yeah. The game of the night. You guys already know what the game of the night is. Speaking of SGA, y'all better tune into that game tonight, man. You guys better tune into that game tonight. If you guys got League Pass or whatever it is, however you guys watch your games, I know some of y'all be watching them hack streams and stuff like that. Whatever you do to watch the game, better be watching OKC tonight, man. Once again, you already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. Like I always say, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know. It's a lot of things in this world that cost, but hitting the like button ain't one of them. Celtics and OKC tonight, game of the night. Y'all tune into that. That's what I'll be tuned into. I'm going to catch you guys around 10 p.m. I'll be back on stream. Peace.